guys, welcome back. I hope you've been keeping well and staying safe. Apologies for not getting the video up last week. I was helping my younger daughter get ready for uni. She's away now, staying safe. My head was completely preoccupied, so I had just no space in here at all for to put a yoga video up. Apologies. But on that note, let's get ready. Now you may need a block, you may need a belt or a strap. You may not, it's very much down to the individual. Just to let you know that you might need it. Get ready to do some yoga and lie down nice and carefully. Take your time just to make any little adjustments you feel you need or want to your shoulders, your lower back. Remember that you can keep your knees bent if you wish or if you need to. You can roll your arms out, but you can equally keep your hands on your belly, so you choose. Maybe sometimes it's a good idea to check that you're lying in a straight line. You know, you feel a bit kind of off centre. Feeling the ground solid and flat beneath you. Take time for your breath to settle, for your body to settle, for your shoulders to relax. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. 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 Breathing out. Just take a moment. We're just going to begin to reach the two arms up and back for a full extended Tadasana, but from our mats, from lying down, bring the legs a little bit more together. Take a moment there to adjust the pelvis, the shoulders, the heels. Keep the heels down, keep the toes pointing up. You'll know if anything doesn't feel right. If you need to adjust, remember you can keep your elbows bent. And then work on a sore shoulder. You can even keep the arms down alongside their body. Nice wee cactus even maybe. Love it. Inhale. Exhale, draw the hands back and down. Carefully begin to bend the right leg, foot to your mat. Left leg, foot to your mat. Make adjustments there to that lower back. So you send the bottom forward and down. You bring the knees in, placing the hands either on the knees or behind. Just see what's right. Keep it really soft. Allow yourself a little bit of movement. Breathing. Always working with your back in mind. Let's have the toes softly pointing up now. Let's spread them. Wiggle them. And again, softly pointing up. Remember, anyone with a sore neck or shoulder or upper back for that matter could keep the head rested down. If you can, inhale, exhale, lift, raise your head and chest, head and shoulders. Take a moment maybe to check in with that neck. Try to relax in it. Remember to breathe in it. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, lower the head and shoulders, releasing the hands and 2 feet on your mat. Make those little adjustments again. Extend your right leg forward towards the front of your mat. Slowly does it. Right leg up. Take a moment there, 2 hands to the back of the thigh if you can. Remember, you could use a strap here if you can't reach the leg. Left leg away, but equally that leg could stay bent if the back was in any way sore. We're going to have 3 lifts. Inhale, exhale, lift, sliding the hands up. Inhale, exhale, lower, sliding the hands down. Keep the leg where it is if you can. Inhale, exhale, lift, sliding the hands up. Inhale, exhale, lower, sliding the hands down. So the next one would hold it. Inhale, exhale, lift, sliding the hands up. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, lower, bend the right knee, right foot to your mat. Adjust. Left leg is long, left leg up, 2 hands to the back of the thigh. Right leg away, but remember you can keep it bent if you need to. 3 lifts. Inhale, exhale, lift, raising head and chest, sliding hands up. Inhale, exhale, lower, sliding hands down. Inhale, exhale, lift, sliding hands up. Inhale, exhale, lower, sliding hands down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Take a second there, just checking in with your shoulders, elbows, head and neck. Breathe. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, lower, bend the left knee, left foot to your mat. Bend 2 knees, 2 feet to your mat. Make your adjustments. Okay, we're going to have 2 legs up. We're going to do some lifts. Bend your knees if you need to. Bend your knees. Slightly, a lot, you choose. Legs working strongly, heels away, toes towards your face, thighs drawn up. Inhale, exhale, lift, raising head and chest, reaching hands away. Inhale, exhale, lower, and bend the knees as you lower. Inhale, exhale, lift, straighten the legs, heels away. Inhale, exhale, lower, bend the knees. Inhale, exhale, lift, raising head and chest, reaching hands away. Inhale, exhale, lower, bending the knees. Inhale, exhale, lift, raising head and chest, reaching hands away. Inhale, exhale, lower, bend the knees. One more. Inhale, exhale, lift, Raising head and chest, reaching hands away. Inhale, exhale, lower. Bend the knees. Take a moment there, a very soft movement. And just do a simple twist from there. Roll the legs to the right, knee on knee, foot on foot. Pop on the right hand or arm on the legs. Make sure that neck is comfortable, naturally long. Left arm can be away at shoulder level or lower, depending on your shoulder. Just pause and breathe. Take your time as you slowly begin to come back to center. Have a moment. Let the legs roll over to the left, knee on knee, foot on foot. Pop on the left hand on the outside of the right leg. Right arm can be at shoulder level or lower. Somewhere in between, make sure the neck feels just really comfortable and naturally long. Take your time as you bring those knees back into center. Have a moment, really any soft but very soft movement or adjustments that you feel you need. Roll up to sitting, but remember, roll over to one side if you prefer or if it's better for you. Take a time. Roll it up. We'll come right on your hands and knees. Have your block towards the front of your mat in case you need it, just in case. Tabletop position. Spread the palms, the fingers, knees and feet are hip width. Downward dog, curl the toes under, lift the knees off your mat and become nice and carefully, nice and slowly. Allowing yourself a little bit of movement, a wee bit of a sway or a shin. A little bit of walking the dog. Taking time to relax the head and neck, and then breathe. Nice and slowly inhale, right leg off your mat and in the air, the leg is straight, you're looking at that big toe, you're just running a nice line up. Exhale, right foot forward to the inside of the right hand, bringing the left knee down, lunge low, take it as far back as you can, but remember, take your time getting here. We're all different, we feel different on different days. So we want to lengthen out the thigh on the back leg. Then we're going to curl the toes under the back leg and lift the back knee off and really kind of make sure the back leg is working strongly. If it's too much, of course, keep it down or keep it bent. You can only do what you can do. And we're going to meet back in down dog, so just take your time there. Remember, it's not about straightening the legs, it's about lengthening the spine. Maybe keeping, being aware of the softness in the knees. It allows you to send the buttocks back. Keeping an eye on the left leg now. Inhale, left leg off your mat and in the air, big toes pointing down. Exhale, left foot forward to the inside of the left hand. We bring the right knee down. Take your time getting there. We want the back knee as far back as you can manage. That head and neck comfortable. Lunging low. Then we'll have the back knee off, so we'll curl those toes under, lifting the back knee up, taking a moment there. Remember, you can lighten up your hands anytime you feel you need to or want to or wish. Anyone with a sore wrist as well can always cut their hands around a block, you know. So if you've got a couple of health issues or injuries going on, it's usually a good idea to have two, not necessarily these chunky ones, remember flatter ones as well can do. And then we'll go back to down dog. Take your time there, just to spread through the palms and have any kind of movement that feels right for you. Again, it's going to be inhale, right leg off your mat in the air, looking at that big toe, draw a lovely line. Exhale, right foot forward to the inside of the hand. Now back foot, step it in a few inches or centimetres. Lift yourself up with the knee bent, take your time. You can do it fast if you wish. Hips facing forward, knee bent. Two arms up alongside the ears. Remember that back foot, the toes will be kind of pointing towards the front left corner. Lovely. Inhale, hands to your heart. Pop them onto the hips. Now that back foot, I just want to step it in another tiny bit, just tiny bit. Lift up from your waist. Your front leg is almost straight now. You're going to fold forward from your hips and stop halfway. Now if you need a block here, you could grab a block at this point, remember, and place the hands in the block and stop at that point. Or float the hands all the ways down now. And take a moment to relax the head, the shoulders, the spine. And then when we're ready, we'll step the right foot back. We'll go into downward dog. We'll have to adjust both of those feet. And slowly with the left leg, keep an eye on it now. So the left leg off your mat and in the air. Exhale, left foot forward to the inside of the left hand. We'll step the back foot in a few centimetres or inches and slowly does it as we begin to lift ourselves up. Hips facing forward, knee bent. So we want the back toes kind of pointing towards the front right corner-ish. Two arms up alongside the ears. Now keep the hands broad. Relax the shoulders. Anyone with a sore shoulder could always keep their hands to their heart. Sometimes the action of lifting the arms can irritate the back if you're working with a sore back. So just be aware of that. Inhale, hands to your heart. Now we want to step that back foot in another centimetre or two, just do a tiny bit. Lift up from your waist so your front leg now is almost straight. Inhale, exhale, fold from the hips, stop halfway. This is where you could grab your block or blocks, remember, if you need them. Continue folding if that's okay. Take a moment there just to relax that head, the neck and the spine. Then we'll slowly step the left foot back into downward dog. Taking your time to find your kind of space, your spot, and remember it's not about straightening the legs, it's about lengthening the spine. Bend the knees, gaze the hands, and slowly begin to step or walk forwards, high and down. Soft sway or shimmy, your knees are generously bent. If your hands easily reach the ground, it's quite nice to let the backs of the hands rest down. Just kind of has the opposite effect from, you know, all the flat palms from down dog, etc. Slowly does it as we begin to uncurl and come up. You can walk your hands up your legs, take a moment there. Here's a last thing to lift. A soft exhale. Little bit of movement with your head and neck if you wish. Okay, let's bring the legs and feet together to touch for your chair, Utkatasana or squat. Spread to your toes, your instep and your heels. Let's bring the arms up alongside the ears first. Keep them broad. Feel your height. Press the feet. Be aware of the imprint of your foot. Lift your thighs. Slowly does it at the beginning. Bend the knees. Avoid crack with the ankles there. So your tail is free. Your belly is in. You should be gazing in front of your mat. Remember, any sore shoulders or upper back or whatever, keep the hands to the heart or even under their thighs. So we're going to fold all the way down, and remember, if you need a block, now is the time to grab it again. Step your feet apart so that they're hip width apart. Remember, your knees are bent, hip width apart. Really soft sway or shin perhaps, so you can use a block here. Keep it close by in case you need it. We're going to step our left foot back, and then we're going to begin to slowly move the hands back a little bit so they're lined up maybe with our heel. Some people will need to keep the knee bent. Some people will need to be here with the block. Great place to be, especially if the back is sore, because you don't want to go down too far. Keep it really relax the head, the neck. Don't worry about straightening the legs so much. But just kind of maybe each time push yourself a little bit more. Ease or tease the leg a little bit more. Just move the hands forward a little bit, even if you're using a block. And step your back foot forward. Keep the knees bent, feet are hip width. Do no sway or shimmy. Shimmy. Okay, let's just creep the hands a little bit further back. Step the right foot back. Moving the hands again. Use your block, remember, or blocks if you need to. Take a look at that back foot. Your feet would look like they're parallel, but the back toes are sort of pointing to the front right corner. Relaxing down. Don't worry about fully straightening the leg. Just see what's right for you. You can only do what you can do. Come into fingertips or move your block forward. We'll step it back, foot forward again. Hip width. Little sway or shim. Just see what's right. If you don't like a sway or a shimmy, then don't do it. Placing the hands on the legs slowly does it as you begin to uncurl to come up. Take your time. Nice soft exhale again. Breathe. Take a moment, a little bit of movement, any kind of movement you feel you need or want. Okay, bit of a balance. Dancer. If you want to go to the wall, hold on to the chair, sofa, whatever, do so. Take a moment. Spread out through your left foot, left toes. Bend the right knee. We'll lift the knee up. And just to say, see this action here? Lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. It's a great strengthener. It's a great strengthener. It's a good one to practice at home, and even hold on to the chair or the kitchen counter or whatever, even from sitting. Just keeping those legs moving, really, really important. We'll bend up the right, and take hold of the foot, bring the heel back towards your buttock. Now, if you can, we're going to have the two hands back. If that isn't right for you, then hold on to the wall, chair, or whatever. Now you can pause like this, with the knee pointing down, the shoulders relaxed and back, or you may be able to go a little bit further by pushing the foot back. Slowly does it as you release and release the foot. Doing a wee dance. Making a little noise. You're going to stand firmly on your right foot. So you spread your toes, your instep, your heel. You're aware of the imprint of your foot. Just because I kind of did it on the last leg, I'm going to do it on this leg as well. Bend that left knee. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Doesn't matter if you can't lift it high. Lift and lower. Great strength there. Lift and lower. And lower. You do feel the benefit of sometimes the movements can be so subtle you'll think, what good is it? There's lots going on. Lots going on. Bend up your left knee. Take hold of your foot. Bring your heel back towards your buttock. Now your right hand can be on the wall, sofa, chair, table, whatever's close by. Your left knee can be pointing directly down. Pause. You do not have to go any further than this. Loads going on. If you can, 2 hands back. Except you're having a wee wobble. If you can go a little bit further, begin to slowly push the foot back until your arms are straight. Take a moment. You might find if you pause, you can go a little bit further. You pause, you can go maybe a little bit further. Relax the leg, release the foot. Do a little dance. Hands in prayer to your heart. Spread out the feet, lift in the belly, and the breastbone. Relax the shoulders, the jaw, the tongue. Float the hands down, bend the knees. We're going to sweep it up. Bite it down really slowly. We're going to step back to downward dog. Just in the hands, just in the legs and feet. Okay, so again, inhale, right leg off our mat and in the air, looking at that big toe. Exhale, right foot forward to the inside of the right hand. Take your time if you need it. Left knee down. Some people might like a wee block shortly, or blocks actually too, quite often. For us, lower back's a good idea. So the back knee's as far back as you can manage. What we're going to do as well, we're going to take the back knee a little bit out to the left. So just a tad, fraction, not much. We're going to be just doing like a moving lunge next. So if you come onto fingertips and even begin to move your hands back at this point, some people will need 2 blocks here. That's absolutely fine. Use whatever equipment you feel you need. Okay, we're going to begin to take our weight back. So we go onto the right heel, right toes point up. Take our weight forward, toes come down again. And you can move your hands as you go. Just maybe the back knee each time. Take the weight back onto the right heel, right toes point up. Taking the weight forward, toes down. Taking the weight back, heel down, toes up. Taking the weight forward, toes down. Taking the weight back, heel down, toes up. Now you could stop here. Remember that you could use a block as well. Blocks make it a wee bit wobbly, but so be it. Or if you've done this before, we're not going all the way unless you can. We're going to begin to slide our front foot forward, just that back knee a little bit. Take a moment to see where you get to. Don't go too far, it's very strong. Some people can do a full splits, not I. Some people can do a full forward fold from here, not I. But what I will say is that the more you do it, the further you can get. So if you were to choose to practice this particular class a lot, then you would find that you would get further and further and further. Okay, so we want to come out of this very carefully. Come on to fingertips first. Soften the knee, slide your front heel back just a little bit. Slide it back a little bit more, and then slide it back so your foot is flat and you're in a lunge. We'll take our time as we meet back in downward dog. So toes under and right foot back. You can do a wee dance when you're here. Okay. Left leg. Inhale, left leg off your mat and in the air. Exhale, left foot forward to the inside of the hand and bring on the right knee down. Take a moment. Remember, we want to take the back knee as far back as you can manage. We also want to take it a little bit over to the right. Come onto fingertips, move your hands back or grab your blocks now if you need them. We're going to take the weight back, so you come on the left heel, left toes point up. Take the weight forward, toes down, and I like to adjust my back knee each time. Just kind of feels that it needs it. Take your weight back, on the left heel, left toes point up. Take your weight forward, the toes come down. Taking your weight back onto the left heel, left toes point up. Taking the weight forward, the toes come down. Taking the weight back. Now remember, you can stay here. You can use your block or blocks. You don't have to go any further if it's too much. If it's murder, put a bend in the knee, guys. Remember that. And if you can, you're going to begin slide the left heel forward. You might need to adjust the back knee a little. As I say, some people can go the full way into splits. Some people can go the full way folding down. I want you to soften the knee. Come to fingertips, slide the left heel back just a tiny wee bit, pause, slide the left heel back another little bit, pause, slide the left heel back now, so the foot is flat, you're back into a lunge position. Very carefully we're going to go back into downward dog, so toes under, knee off your mat, and back you go. And again, you might like a nice sway or shim here. Pops a wee bit of a sideways stretch into your practice. Lovely. We're going to step, walk forward, hang it down. Want to give those wrists a wee break, so it is quite nice. You can let your hands rest. If it's too much, use your block. You might be able to put your hands underneath your feet, so the tips of your toes are at the crease in your wrist. This can be too much. Don't feel you gotta straighten the leg. You can always do a wee bit of a bend and straighten if you wish. Softening those knees as you slide one hand out and then the other. Remember, leave that out if it's not for you. Slowly, we will uncurl to come up. Head being the last thing to lift. Normally I like a really big exhale. Now that I'm back teaching in class, I'm kind of aware of the spread of the droplets, so it's like nice soft exhale. In the privacy of your own home, you can get it all out there if you want. Okay, this next one is hand to big toe, Pandangusthasana. You can use a belt. We do it from lying more often than not because it's the kind of safest way to do it. You could go to the wall and have the wall behind you. You could do a wee kind of mini cheat and have your heel maybe resting on your table. kitchen counter being a bit higher is a good height. You might have a windowsill that's at a good height. Take a moment just to kind of mentally prepare yourself. Now, it's not about straightening the leg. Well, it is about straightening the leg, but don't worry about that. Only do what's right for you. Take it very slowly in small steps, and you might find you get a bit further. Now, I am here on several mats which are a wee bit spongy, so I'm just going to make an excuse immediately for a wobble, just because I'm on tile floor. So I'm not going to do opposites. We'll stand firmly on our left foot. We'll bend our right knee, so you can place the belt around your foot and slowly lift the leg up a little bit at a time. You get to choose. Bend up the right knee, use your belt or take hold of your big toe, first 2 fingers. Then slowly lift the foot up a little bit. So remember, you can have the wall behind you, really takes the pressure off. It's better for the back maybe. Oops. And let's try again, a little bit. A little bit more. 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 And slowly release. Lower down. Do a little dance. Take your time, so it wouldn't be suitable for a sore back at all, really. It would be just be a non-starter. We'll stand firmly on our right foot, bend our left. Find a spot to focus on. Remember, you can use a belt here, use a wall. Bend up the left, taking hold of that big toe. Pause for a moment. Lift it up just a little bit. Lift it up just a little bit more. Lift it up a little bit. Lift it up a little bit more. And bend the knee, release the foot, do a wee dance. So all of the work we did previous to this, it's all about warming up the hamstrings, slowly lengthening the hamstrings. Remember, it's a good practice, can do regularly. It's tough, it's really tough, but you do kind of feel a certain amount of lightness, in your step afterwards. You really feel kind of taller and lengthened and free. Okay, we're going to just sit ourselves down and lie ourselves down, finish ourselves off. Lie down nice and carefully. Take time to adjust the back, the shoulders, maybe softly roll our head from side to side. Draw the knees in, placing hands upon the knees or behind, and just have whatever kind of movement feels right. You might like to kind of just draw circles with the knees. If it doesn't feel right, remember to change it or leave it out. Real soft softening at this point. Okay, you can either keep your knees bent with your feet on your mat, or you can stand them away. I mean, that's kind of tough there. It's tough work on your back, your lower back, so I might just keep my knees bent. I'm going to take my feet wider and have my knees touching. You can change it. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel the movement in your belly. Feel the ground solid and flat beneath you, supporting you. Just taking some time now for our breath to settle. We're going to just do our counting breath. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a moment to just let your breath do its own thing. We're going to increase that to 5. And remember, if 5 doesn't suit you, just shorten it to 4. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, this is a really simple breathing technique. The count almost helps you to kind of focus and to stop the mind from wandering. You can increase it for 10 breaths or longer. You don't need to count to 10, just for 10 breaths, or keep going for as long as you wish. It's really good, to do of an evening. It helps you slow down the nervous system, calm the nervous system. Okay, let's just bring the knees in. Place my hands upon the knees or behind. Roll over to your right side. Carefully push yourself up to sitting. The tile floor is freezing. Alright. So, Tuesday class, Thursday class in Evan Dolly's yoga studio. Send me a text if you can join. Tuesday's doing pretty well. There seems to be a few spaces for Thursday. So I'll have an extra face or two on Thursday morning. So you have to text first, please, if you can. There's a link to my PayPal in the comments box below as well. It'd be greatly appreciated if you could pop a couple of pound in there. Only if you can. Let's stay safe. Make some time, do a bit of yoga, do a bit of breathing. Remember to keep washing our hands. Thanks for turning up. Namaste.